It's Week 8 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the 49ers and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. As a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And down he'll go at the 25. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Oh, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll set up a throw. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
first drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
It really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything. And he made sure he didn't.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zone lead. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Lance going to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd and 3. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd and 6. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Catch number 44 of him on the year. It's a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 2nd and 1. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll lead the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the deficit will hold pat and 13.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And
they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wide out, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brandon Graham drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Ooh, the juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Nifty move. He did it again. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On play action, Lance. Dancing to his left. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Throwing is Lance on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Being chased out left. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Lance. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Lance looking to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And the Steelers set to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Deshaun Watson, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they trail, they've had success running the football. Over 100 yards rushing as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.